Well, I would like to know who this
And not
coworker is.
only
She's bisexual, right?
not only am I her coworker, I'm her supervisor.
So she got. Oh, you know what? Maybe she just got a thing for the boss. Maybe she's trying to work her way up the corporate ladder. She's like, I gotta eat a little tuna. Look, all right. So look, now I'm about to pry into your little business. I'm gonna just say that I caught wind of something. Either I misunderstood or that you said, but maybe you can correct it. Cause now I want to know. So, with your standards being the way they are, have you entertained male company since you've been single?
Yes.
Have you been a good girl?
What do you mean?
I gotta ask that. I hope like this. I know the answer. I know the answer. I don't even gotta ask the question.
Yes, I have.
Yeah. Oh wait. Well, hold on, girl. Okay. All right. I'm gonna say it like that. Listen. Cause look, I'm trying to be discreet.
Don't
Because
be discreet.
I'm gonna ask how I ask. This is just my etiquette, so I'm gonna say. So you've been on dates or a date or two
I've been on a date last year.
last year? Okay.
I actually met a guy in Jamaica when I went to Walia trip.
And you was a good girl, right?
I was a good girl there, but we talked for months, and he came here, and I
So
was
he
a good
lives
girl.
there.
He lives in Jamaica, yeah.
All right. Let me ask you a question. Was another plus for it because he jumped on a fucking plane to come see you?
Say it one more time.
Was another upside for him that like gave him more points with you was because he jumped on a plane to come see you, or
No,
was it business? And he came to see you and he visited you while he was taking care of business. Was it a
no.
personal trip?
He jumped on a plane to see me.
Where did he
That
stay? In
was
a hotel?
Yeah.
And did y'all like? Did you spend the night? Did you just go out for dinner or two? Like, 'cause I'm quite sure if you said y'all was talking for a while, y'all was
Um,
familiar with each other.
we was familiar with each other.
So how did the long distance relationship? It's like y'all was talking for a while. So
Hmm.
what was the conversation like? I know he got to that point to where he was like, "Oh, I can't wait to see you, your beautiful body," and this, that's it. Hi, hi, okay.
Honestly, I am the person who made the move on him. I didn't think nothing was gonna come about it. Honestly,
So it was like a girls trip, and it was supposed to be a girls trip. Nothing happened, and that shit followed you. So
it
Stella
wasn't
got
a
her groove
girls
back.
trip. It wasn't a girls trip. It was probably a birthday trip.
Okay,
It was everybody.
okay.
Then he just so happened to walk by, and I was like, "Why?" And I honestly didn't think anything was gonna come about it, but he stopped. He
Uh-huh.
stopped,
Mhm.
and we had exchanged numbers, and we had been talking since. We both was sexually attracted to each other,
Okay.
and I initiated. I was like, "Won't you come out here to see me?"
That's just saying that you want to say. All right. So when a girl tells it, all right. So I don't want my viewers to get this misunderstood, and guys don't misunderstand this. Just because a girl invites you over, don't mean she gonna get you some pussy. Maybe she just want to see
No,
you.
no,
So
no,
that's
no,
her
no.
reason. So don't misunderstand that. I don't want you going.
Don't
Just a good girl.
misunderstand.
Yeah.
That was
Just
my
her
reason.
intentions.
Our whole
She
point.
telling us after the fact. Don't think that just because the girl say I want to Netflix and chill, she want to Netflix and fuck. You know. What I'm saying? But go ahead.
No, no, but that was the whole point was to fuck. Honestly,
Okay. Now I'm gonna say this, and I'm not caught because it's like you're like mixed fruit. You have high standards. You men have okay, not have to. You like men that dress a certain way. Um,
and he
niggas
and he dresses
approach you with
and
these
he
fucked up
dresses that way,
lines. Hmm?
and he dresses that way.
What was his job title? Now that you say that, was he a pool boy?
Electrician.
Okay. So okay, now I gotta ask you this question. What was it like having sex with somebody different for the first time again?
It was amazing.
Okay, I give you that. I mean, mentally. Okay, let's do it in phases. Okay,
Mentally, it was exciting. It was exciting. I was excited to. I could have been had sex with somebody, but I
okay,
didn't want to have sex with anyone from my past.
okay.
I wanted to be with somebody new. So the thrill of that this wasn't my plan to meet a guy in Jamaica and start over here. It
Mm-hmm.
happened, so it was exciting that we was talking every day, we was FaceTiming all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we was talking for months.
Okay.
And he finally came here and it just was like he ended up staying for 2 months
Just to be with you.
just to be with me.
So let me ask you a question. Were y'all in a relationship for 2 months?
I don't want to say I'm not going to say we were in a relationship. We
You
did.
wasn't talking to nobody else. I'm quite sure y'all was seeing each other frequently, correct?
Yeah, we were seeing each other frequently. Yeah.
Did the nigga make it over to the house?
Yes.
Okay, y'all were dating. In my opinion, but go ahead. It could be something different.
We were dating. I'm not gonna say that we was dating. There was some talks about us actually being together, him coming here, but he actually, got cold feet.
The reason I said that, and I'm not trying to cut you, because that's another thing people misunderstand. Dating is not the same thing as being in a relationship. Cause like even though
It's
like you
not.
say y'all was dating, you could be talking to other people. Like you respected his time and gave him that time while he was here. But that doesn't mean you're gonna stop doing everything else because you just still dating, right?
Right.
Because I want people to understand that. Don't. And these are these are things that I'm pointing out because your story is very
And
interesting.
we had an amazing 2 months together.
So, is it
Amazing.
over?
It is over.
Why did it come to an end? You treat it like now.
There
You
was
say it like it was a fling.
because there was some little deceitment on his end. He wasn't fully honest.
Wife and kids.
Now wife, baby mother.
Okay. And
Well, he did leave the baby mother. When he came here, he was very excited about staying here. Like he actually left her. He
okay.
left her while he was here. Like they broke up and everything.
Okay.
But the 2 months that he was here, he started to get cold feet because he did have a younger child.
Toddler.
Started to get baby.
Oh, an infant.
He started to get cold feet and stuff like that. So he ended up going back to the baby mother. Long story short, it was some drama. The baby mother ended up reaching out to me. So there was a little bit of drama. Now we still talk as friends, but there's nothing else because
you are a rare type of woman, like with your standards.
For me, honestly, it's very serious to me. When we met, for me, it was strictly sex, right? That's what I was sexually attracted to.
You're a little deviant, but go ahead.
I was sexually attracted to him, excited to have sex. I hadn't had sex in 4 years, so I was excited to meet somebody new. It was new, but he also led me to believe that it was going to be more.
But you wasn't expecting that. Now, see, you deterred from the plan.
I wasn't expecting that, but we had a conversation. When he got here, everything was good. The plan was for him. He did leave her. He broke up with her when he was here. I knew that he couldn't come right here immediately. It was going to take some time.
The most things you found out, was it pillow talk? Most of the stuff you found out, was it pillow talk?
No, we talked communication like face to face.
Okay.
No, we went on dates. We went to Great Adventure. We went out to eat. We
family
did a
things.
lot while he was here.
Zoe too.
Huh?
Zoe too.
Huh?
Zoe too.
Who?
Did Zoe go too?
Absolutely not.
So you had this whole. All right, now you make it sound like you had an affair, but there was nobody you was having an affair with. But you get what I'm saying? You're moving like you like. Go ahead, explain though. Hold up?
It wasn't an affair. It's just that I told you I don't really bring men around my kids, so he's never met neither one of them.
Okay.
Because I wasn't. Although we was talking, we had committed to each other when he was here that we was going to be with each other, that he was supposed to transition here, relocate and everything.
And you wanted this.
And I was with it.
Hold up, did you give any of this consideration? Like, now check this out. Now I'm gonna put a pin in that. Do you feel like any point now reflecting on it, you might have been getting a little bit ahead of yourself? That's why it didn't work. But this is when God took the wheel. No. All right, go ahead.
No.
All right, go ahead.
It didn't work because of him, not because of me.
But when I say you were getting ahead of yourself, the both of you, y'all would just, for you it was lust, and for him, I guess it was something new. Speaking the way you were speaking about it, like, yo, you just want to fuck. I'm like, damn, you know what? This give me to hear you say that, it's like, what?
Originally that was the plan, but we had talked. I mean, we talked for months on the phone. We got to know each other for months on the phone. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? When you get to know somebody, whether it's phone, physical, whatever, and we talked about what we wanted. At first, I was not down.
So did you say it? You like, yo, I just wanted to fuck, yo. I didn't even think you was gonna come out here.
That was the original plan. But as we began to constantly communicate, we both began to have feelings for each other that we wanted more.
Okay.
Now this is totally new for me. The relationship is new. Messing with somebody all the way in.
Did you tell anybody about him?
This was new for both of us.
Did you tell any relatives about him?
They met him. He went on vacation with us.
Oh, went? Hold on. So he was. Oh, whoa. So he came over here and did a family outing with everybody?
Yeah.
Oh, so he was. Yo, you got stories, yo. All right. Listen. Go ahead. Finish talking. I ain't gonna say nothing else. Now this is where when I guess people had comments and stuff like that. So go ahead, just tell the story. I'm gonna be rolling up and listening to you.
So we had a great 2 months, almost 3 months, should I say, and he got cold feet.
Damn.
He got cold feet, and instead of him communicating that he had cold feet, he ended up just not telling the truth, and the baby mother ended up reaching out to me. I ain't gonna really get into all.
So I can imagine like this. He started talking to her, telling her a little bit about you and what he's going on, and then that's how she got. I know how that story go. It's like
he broke up with her for me. She ended up investigating and finding my name and all that. I seen messages from them. She was asking who am I, stuff like that. And probably once he went back home and had the cold feet, he I guess tried to get back with her. She reached out to me. She reached out to me. We had some conversations, told her A, B, C, and D.
Did you feel obligated to have to explain anything to her? Did you feel like you had to deal with that shit at all to explain anything? You got what you wanted.
No, I didn't feel obligated to explain anything to her. Mm-hmm. But because the way he did it, the lies that he did, I wanted a little more truth from what he was telling me.
All right, so this is where I'm gonna say like this.
He told me that it was over, it was blah 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 blah, and
you was hurt though, wasn't you?
Huh?
Were you hurt when you heard the lies and shit like that?
I wasn't hurt to the point where I was crying, like that type of hurt, but I'm not gonna say I was hurt. I was disappointed.
Okay, all right.
Disappointed because you didn't have to do it like that. You know what I mean? Like, you could have just said, verbally told me, Cardera, I'm scared, I'm getting cold feet, and I don't know if I could do this. Can we just be friends? And I would have said, okay, I understand. Because plenty of times I asked him, sure what you want to do with us. Like, he was the one pushing for this, not me.
And see, women do that. I'm just like this. Okay, pause. When me and my kid's mom got together, just to say it about that cold feet part, I wasn't cold feet. Me and her had been through so much, and I'm not saying you and him, but when she's talking about the only way we getting back together is if we get married, so I'm like, yeah, I in my head, but I said, okay, I'm serious. I played the whole part, like I'm serious. And then the whole time we get into it, I didn't want to do it because I thought she was just talking shit, but I went through with it because at the end of the day, I didn't want to make her look bad. Like, you could have told me this. I ain't gonna leave her at no fucking altar. So I went along with it. So you I'm not saying you could have, but I would have been like, yo, you know, it'd have been some G shit. Like, dude, like, yo, if it's all good, you know what I'm saying? What we had, and it was fun. I understand. I didn't really get too much thought to it. I was just so caught up in how it was going and everything like that. I said, shit, fuck it. I'm that type of girl. You that type of dude. And but the way things panned out, look, you know what? Go home and make that work. You know what I'm saying? We can still be cool, but I ain't fucking with you like that. But in other words, it went differently. So now you got this. Because I'm saying that to say because like I don't want to say it like that, but if that his baby mom's, I'm like, yo, first and foremost, I'd have been mad as hell. Why the fuck is you calling a complete stranger?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't do that. But I guess she wanted clarity for herself, and I really don't understand what clarity she wanted when he gave you enough clarity. He broke up with you. What other clarity did you really need?
That was your argument.
Whether he went back to you and wanted to get back with you, you don't need no clarity from me to decide what you want to do in your relationship. Because and even she kept on trying to say, well, he was this, he was mean, he was this. I said, well, I didn't see that side of him. I said, the whole time that he was here, we had a great time. He never was mean to me. Our chemistry was 100. Like,
man, you was letting her know the deal. You was crushing her shit, huh?
Huh?
You was crushing her shit. Cause like, go ahead, finish telling the story. You was crushing her shit.
I said, listen, no matter what he telling you, whatever lies he lied to you, you had enough clarity because he broke up with you while he was here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was here for 2 months with a whole other chick. He came to America to be with me. So I don't even know why you reaching out to me. Don't make me be your deciding factor on what you want to do with your relationship, because she started telling me, oh, he's been cheating on her for 4 years. Oh,
she's trying to be friends with you.
So I couldn't be your deciding factor on what you want to do, because let you tell it, he treated you like shit for 4 years. So what you reaching out to me for?
Right. You trying to save me the trouble? Yeah, alright. You don't even know me that well.
And she kept reaching out to me to the point I had to change my phone number.
Damn. But he brought his ass home.
Like, don't keep reaching out to me. You know what I'm
saying? Why do y'all do that?
He's back there. Y'all work it out. Whatever y'all gotta do. Like, leave me fuck alone.
Nah, this is like not that you would know, but like women do that. You got me back. Now you want to throw all that shit in my face. Why the fuck did you even come back to me if that was the case?
Take me back.
You get me? Man, that shit confusing.
But my thing is with women sometimes is that, why call other women? Why reach out to other people? If you know what your man doing, if you like, he been treating me like this, he been doing this, he wasn't trying to put no effort in and working it out. If you know all of these things that he did, you don't need clarity from me to decide what you want to do with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got enough information to decide about whether you want to stay or not. Don't put me in it. And the only reason why I gave her the information is because how he did it.
When you say gave her the information, what information did you give her, love?
She asked a lot of questions. Like, I was like, well, what information do you need? She said, I want to know everything. I said, exactly what you'd like to know. How involved we was. So I had to tell her, well, this was his plan. He came here. She didn't know all that.
And you felt like it was your place to tell her.
But she had to know. My thing is, she said she didn't know all that. But he broke up with you while he was here. You knew enough.
All right, listen, I'm not saying you're a bad person, but I'm asking, you felt like it was your place. I'd have been like, listen, ask him. I don't know you to be telling you this shit. You say you know him, right? That's your what? I call him because I don't know if I'm talking to a stranger. I could be talking to a spam artist. Like, what made you feel like, or was it that thing in a woman that just like, yo, I gotta just boss this shit up real quick?
I'm telling you, the only reason why I said anything to her is because how he did it. He wasn't honest.
I got you.
That's the only reason why I said it to her. If he was honest with me and said, Quadera, I know what I said, I'm sorry, but I had a nice time, but I don't think I could like come here. I don't think I could have a long distance relationship. Had he said that to me, I would have never responded to her.
So you would have still been friends and he could have kept coming over there and seeing you every now and then?
I'm not gonna say that part. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say that.
I can't even call you bougie. I don't even know what,
I ain't bougie,
that's
but
different. Like, I don't.
this is my thing. This is my thing.
Go ahead.
When it comes to different things, and he knew the place that I was coming from.
Okay.
We talked enough. We had deep conversations. You feel what I'm saying? Like I told you that I was widowed.
Yeah.
I told you ABC. I feel like this. Don't compromise my heart for your own shit. You know what I'm saying? If you knew while you was here that you didn't want to pursue nothing further, you could have communicated that to me, opposed to me finding out the way that I did.
Now this is where, as your
He
boy,
wasn't man enough to tell me.
hold up, this is where I would say, as your boy, regardless of what his plans is, why you change yours?
What you mean? Why I changed my plans with him?
Yeah, it's like this. You just, all right, look.
Because according to the bank,
Because you was feeling the nigga.
He didn't want to relocate. He didn't want to move forward with it.
So it had nothing to do with you feeling the nigga too, though?
Huh?
It didn't have nothing to do with you feeling the nigga too?
What you mean?
All right, so, you know, like this. I'm gonna fly this nigga out here. Yeah, no, not fly. The nigga come out here and see me. All right, word, I'm gonna fuck with him. I'm gonna fuck with him for my own reasons. Check yourself, right? All right, come out here. You had your good time. All right, I'm good. I had my little fun. We can keep this going, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. And he's like, yo, I'm like, yo, I ain't gonna do that.
We could have kept it going. We could have kept it going had he been honest.
Well, dudes, I want y'all to hear that, because she said if you get honest.
Once you're not honest with me, that's a problem for me. Because you have no reason to not be honest with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no reason not.
So that's offensive to you?
That's offensive to me, because I was honest with you from day one. You done came to my house. Mm-hmm. You stayed with me for almost 3 months. You feel what I'm saying? I made
he
sure
stayed with you?
He stayed with me for 3 months. I made sure he was good. Not stayed in my house the whole time.
Okay.
Up here, we seen each other every day. He was in America. I made sure he was good. Mm-hmm. I introduced him to places that he ain't never been. You know what I'm saying? So I did more shit for him than what the baby mother did for him in 4 years. You feel what I'm saying? So don't. The honesty is for me. Had he was honest with me, mm-hmm. then maybe I would have flew him up here again. But because he wasn't honest with me, I don't like for no bitch to call me.
Yeah. You
need to change that. She should have never knew my number, knew my name, any of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you was sloppy.
Mm-hmm.
You was sloppy attitude, and you wasn't honest. Had he said, my dear, like I said, I don't think I can do a long distance thing. I just want to be friends. I want to work it out with my baby mother, because I can't. Whatever the case may be, mm-hmm. he should have said that to me, not left, and then this bitch is calling me.
Okay, I got you. I think I get where you're coming from.
That's why, like, no.
I get where you're coming from.
We talk here and there sometimes. He'll see how I'm doing, see how you doing, but ain't nothing else, because you're a liar.
So I think I get where women say tell dudes to be straight up, because I mean, I'm not saying the same moves apply, but me being straight up with a woman is telling her, because there's your type. Me, I've lived, and I would tell a woman straight up, because I hate this question. I'll be honest with you, I don't like it. So you seen anybody? And my attitude be like, if I was like that, why would the fuck would I invite you up here? And you know her attitude? I know what her response could be? Because niggas do this type of shit. I'm like, well, if you know that, then why the fuck you asking?
You're so fucking evil.
I'm just saying, like.
because she want to know. She wants you to be honest.
I got it for what? Because she want to look for a reason. If she haven't give herself a reason not to come, then why she looking for one for me?
Give a female or male the opportunity to want to deal with whatever situation that you're in. That's what it's about. For me, and I see males go through this shit too. Give me the opportunity to want to deal with every situation you're in. Baby mother, ex-wife, whatever it is. Mm-hmm. Be honest. If you're dealing with somebody or still dealing with your baby mother, be honest up front.
Well, can I say like this?
Don't sugarcoat it, because for me, I'm honest with everything. I'm honest with my life. I don't want to compromise your heart compromise your time for my shit. So I'm gonna keep it funky with you up front.
All right, let me ask you this question about this honesty thing. In the beginning, like you know how I told you, I pushed women to the end just to see how much they could take. To prove, I be wanting to prove that y'all motherfuckers ain't gonna stay, and that's what I be doing, right? So now,
but stop doing that.
Okay, all right, cause I'm trying to get the hurt out the way fast. So just excuse me.
Don't get the hurt out the way. Don't listen to me. Don't deal with a woman if you're not ready to stop your bullshit. Or
what
don't
bullshit? I just don't trust you. I don't trust women.
We don't trust y'all motherfuckers either.
But you don't see me on a podcast talking bad. Like and okay, now let me tell you this. Keeping it real was a segment I had in one of my videos. And men sometimes are afraid to keep it real. Why don't I trust women?
Is it
because I can't make you stay.
You can't what?
It's not that I can't make you stay. It's that you can't promise me forever. Like my mother can't promise me she gonna be here forever, but as long as she's on this earth, she's gonna be my mother, my children, and my family. Then when you get with somebody, you try to love them and have them in your life for the rest of your life. Like anybody else that is somebody to you, they can just up and leave. So I don't want to give my heart to somebody that say I don't want it no more.
Nah, Dorian, you can't think like that. You got some people out here. You saying your mother. You got some people out here that never even known their mother or their father.
Mm-hmm.
You can't think like that. You know what I'm saying? If you're with somebody, you know you're with that person. You don't know what the end is going to bring. But while with the person, you be with the person. And yes, women will deal with certain shit. And the same thing with men. You will deal when you're in a relationship. You're going to deal with certain shit. You're supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also boundaries and respect.
So when you say that,
if the relationship has ran its course where there's just too much damage to come back from, then there's too much damage to come back from.
Now, see, when you say that.
But don't cut me off. You cannot go into a relationship with saying you don't trust women. Because no relationship that you have won't be forever. Because you already going into the door with saying you don't trust them.
Now, let me say this. My first kid's mom, I loved her. Because I'm going to say like this. When I got with her, she was having my first child. Like, this is the person I'm going to be for the rest of my life. And after some time of being with each other, you know what the woman of my dreams told me? All men going to cheat. Just make sure you don't bring nothing home. And I'm looking at her like, my grandmother never told me to expect that from a woman. But I guess, okay, I'm going to cheat on you? That's how I looked at it. I'm going to cheat on you? You about to have my kid. I'm about to get married. I'm about to do what I seen my uncle do. You see what I'm saying? And that's the expectancy you have of me. And then how that whole situation went and losing somebody when I wanted to keep my family and I can't make them stay. I don't like that. I don't like that because I don't feel like I'm that bad that you can't stay. And so that's why women respond to me because they feel like I don't care, but I do. I'm not putting my heart on the line no more, period. So I'll put my like on the line, but I ain't put my love on the line. And that's just how I feel.
But I get what you're saying. And, my parents didn't teach me what to expect from a male either. But whatever her insecurities was and what she thought, that this is why some relationships don't work. Because you can't bring in, and not saying nothing bad about her, because that's what she been through, that's what she thought. You can't bring in what you learned from your past relationship to your new one, because everybody is not the same. I don't put males in the same category and say, well, all y'all motherfuckers liars. No, because all of them not. I'm not gonna say every male cheater, because females cheat too. Everybody has it in them to cheat. We're grown. We have eyes. Cheating doesn't necessarily mean.
But why? Look at the name it got. Cheating. What the fuck is it really?
But cheating doesn't necessarily intercourse. Cheating is a conversation. Cheating is a flirt. Cheating is all of those things. Doesn't mean because you have intercourse, people get it misconstrued. However, you cannot go into a relationship to be with someone based on what happened to you in the past. You can't do that because you've already gone in the door with your guard up, but meaning you're not going to put your all into this relationship because there's no trust. And if there's no trust, if you comparing my relationship with what happened in the past with yours and all that, it's just not going to work. Because you're not giving it room to grow. You already going in there like, I don't trust women. And same thing for women. I don't trust men. They gonna cheat. This gonna bring me home nothing. No. That's
Well,
not
I will
the way
say,
life works. If that's the mentality that a female is going to have in a relationship and a male, it's not going to work. It's always going to be toxic.
well, I will say this. If you would say holding on to the past, can I say like this? I'm not holding on to the past. I'm still holding on to the past hurt. To the past hurt. It's like a thorn in my side. If you ever read that in the Bible, okay, it's one of the stories in the Bible. And it's like that. A thorn in my side as a reminder of where I've been. So that I don't go there no more.
A reminder. It doesn't mean that you have to walk into your next relationship saying, I don't trust women, so I'm going to treat her like I'm going to do this to her, see if she's going to stay or not.
But why do I get more out of a woman in this frame of mind than I do trying to be with her? It's like a woman asks me, what do you want? Right? That I'm not giving you. And then when she gets the relationship, she feel like I gave you everything. I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
You can never, let me tell you something. For me personally, you can never stop giving a person. Right? This just goes back to what I said to the first version thing. Evolve. You're never going to not give your relationship enough. You're supposed to keep learning each other as you grow. You're supposed to keep doing things to make sure that relationship stays solid. That's why they say date your husband, date your wife. You can't give up on those very same things of how you got with that person. You have to keep that going. This is why I'm a strong believer in action. And when I say action, I can express my emotions, but I want to show you. I'm not going to ask you what you need from me because I need to know what I need to do for you. It with communication, a simple thing as I'm me and Steve, right?
Yeah.
I will do this all the time for Steve, right? I will leave him notes in his wallet. Good morning. I love you. Have a good day. I will show up at his job with roses. Hey, I'm thinking about you just because. He would come home, I would have his bath water ready. Didn't make this let him know. These are the things.
I don't think you need to tell everybody that once in a while because I'm be honest with you. I'm just laughing. That's a LOL. But men need to hear that. And women need to know that type of shit men like, for one. But men, all that shit you talking about right now, you know how many starving men out there with these lying at, okay, I'm sorry. With these, because I sound like I'm angry too, because all that shit you said, motherfucking women feel like niggas don't deserve that. I'm like, yo, we together. It's a lot of shit you don't deserve, but I still do for you. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
But that goes to the mindset of you can't change who you are based on what somebody else does.
That don't affect you at all, if doing for somebody and they don't do for you.
If I change who I am as a person based on what somebody else can't do or do for me, who am I? I can't change my persona or my character based on what you do or what you don't do for me. Because if I do that, right? Mm-hmm. That means my next relationship I get into, I'm going to hold, because what you did to me, I'm not going to do that in my next relationship. I'm not going to show my action because you don't appreciate it. I'm going to fucking tell you if I bring you roses, that's communication. If you don't appreciate it, why you don't appreciate it, let's talk about it. Let's have a discussion.
I feel like I have a more friend and a woman as a friend than as a significant other, because women confide in me. I could be an asshole. I can tell them about some experiences I had, and they're so intimate. And those same women that I talk to can sit on the phone and tell me about some dude, and then ask me questions, advice, and we not talking about no fucking and sucking. We just talking about like, yo, listen. I'm like, and I tell the girl, I be, listen, if you can talk to me like this, why don't you try talking to the dude that you with? Like, why is it when people get in relationships, they're afraid to do this exact thing that we're doing right now? This is communication. But some people feel like you can't talk about that when you're in a relationship. Why? Because it's disrespectful. You shouldn't think like that. You shouldn't wear it. It's like going to church. You can't wear this no more. You can't do that no more. You ain't supposed to eat here no more. You ain't single no more. You can't. What? All these kids make a person not want to get into a relationship. Like you said, they supposed to want to evolve on their own, right?
They supposed to want to evolve on their own.
Well, I've bent over backwards for so many women, and I find
and
that.
Guess what? And guess what? Those was the women that God had for you. That's just it. We in life, we meet people I just think of life that life is about lessons and being taught and growing. So if those relationships didn't work, it didn't work. That just, either they wasn't for you, you wasn't for them. Whatever the case may be, it just didn't work. It doesn't mean because that relationship didn't work or this one didn't work that there's not somebody out there for you that work and will work with.
Yeah. Well,
if I base my what happened to me with the guy, if I base on that whole situation with him, I won't be with nobody.
Well, what did you learn about yourself?
Or I say I don't want nobody with no baby mama.
All right, what did you learn about yourself though in that situation?
I never changed who I was in that situation. I never changed who I am. I'm still Quadira. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can make me change based on what they do, because that situation was his situation. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you fucked up. You feel me? So I'm not gonna take that situation and base it on, say, well, I ain't gonna date no fucking body no more.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna do that, because I know who I am. I know me as a person, as an individual, that I am compassionate, that I am loving, I am a go-getter, and I have stability.
And that's what you bring to the table.
And that's what the fuck I bring to the table.
That's what's up.
And I ain't gonna change that with nobody. I don't give a fuck if I meet 5 guys now, they all fuck up. I'm not gonna change. I'm not gonna change who I am. Because if I change who I am as a person, that means who I am at work, who I am with my kids, who I am as a daughter.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm gonna change everything about who I am. I'm never gonna give nobody the satisfaction to change who I am based on what they did to me.
Wow. Well, coming back to myself, and so the listeners would, like we said, it was dating in 2022, but all these things that we discussed, just so people can know that we were still on topic, is things that we've experienced with other people. Shows you what a person has been through before they met you. So I had my experiences, Miss Quiet had her experiences, whether it be long or short. So when you dating somebody, did you know all this before you start talking to them? And I'll say right now, even with dating for me, because yes, I'm still dating, but my dating right now, I'd rather date over social media. Sometimes I really don't even want to meet a new woman, because honestly, I don't want the butterflies all over again. I don't want to start over learning somebody all over again. Like if I'm at a job, if I'm at a workplace and I'm going to be there a few times, and of course I want to be formal, like hi and bye, okay, good afternoon, you have a good evening, whatever, and I'm gonna just keep it moving from there. But I'm not really, I get offended when a woman think I want her sex, because I wanted it so long. I wanted it as much as I did when I did want it, and then when I matured and tried to, want more from a woman, I guess by that time I was pretty much good at what I was doing and how I was doing it, to where I stayed good at that and just settled waiting for a woman to see me for more than that, and her expectancies would, probably go up. But all she expected from me was typical nigga shit. And so while she was doing that, I had a choice to either be the nigga that she said I was being and just have a chick on the side, or just end it and just be honest with women today. And I just tell women today, I don't really want nothing from you. You know what I mean? I look at a woman now, she has to be an asset. Like, she has to bring something to me. And women always say, what does a man bring to the table? I'm like, you know what? When you got a man, you got a foundation. It's just now what you gonna build on that foundation. Building the foundation on a woman is like building a house on sand. And that's just, in as far as the chain of command of how life came to be based on the way we know it, whether it's a Big Bang Theory, let's say it started with a man first. And I'm not trying to be like a male chauvinist, but like, let's play our position. A woman builds a house from the inside, a man builds a house from the outside. And a man represents that woman, and the woman represents that man. It's a 50-50. What looks good on the outside is because it was good on the inside, and what's good on the inside is because it was going on the outside. So it's a 50-50 deal. And so because I've always gotten the 80-20, the low expectancy and the physical stuff, and I'm tired of it. So I'm a better friend today because of my experiences, but I'm not bitter. I'm just broken. What would you say about yourself?
I am a better person because of my experiences, but I'm not broken.
Well, I use broken.
I'm not naive either.
When you mean, why you say naive? Why would you say that?
Because some people think that when you say you don't allow, certain situations to change who you are as an individual, the first thing they think is that you're naive to certain situations.
What naive mean? Like, kind of like, kind of gullible, impressionable.
Right.
Yeah, like, eager.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So why would you be considered that if you choosy?
Because that's what some people think sometimes, especially women.
Well, I don't know, but this was a good conversation. And I know, like, once again, I was just bring up the fact that I hope that your coworker learned something and don't take it as she just got some information. So it wasn't nothing to take a stab at it. It was just to say formally, in a private way, you're not interested in her like that. And when you're dating somebody, everybody has a background. You heard Miss Quad, you heard me, and now listen to yourself and see what's going on with you. Any last words, Quad?
Don't allow people to change who you are. And every reaction doesn't deserve your action.
That's good enough for me. I'm about to send y'all out with a round of applause. This has been Blog Talk with Mr. Caesar and my co-host, of course, Miss Qua. Good night, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be back with something else for you later on this week. And don't forget, we'll be going live this Friday on YouTube. So make sure you tune in. Make sure you watching my stories, watching my reels, Facebook, Instagram, wherever you at. I'll leave the tag at the bottom of the screen for Miss Qua. If you want to connect with her, she'll leave her information, her Instagram tag, whatever. She's not that bougie. She'll see who's trying to get in her friend circle. But other than that, this is Blog Talk with Mr. Caesar and Miss Qua. Y'all have a